This is Ariella Carmel, and I'm at Kalkalist's Israel-Japan conference in Tokyo. I'm joined by Eyal Agmoni, founder of Chartered Group. Thank you for joining me.
Pleasure to be here.
So can you tell me a little bit about Chartered Group?
Thank you. Chartered Group is a private equity. We've been here for more than 33 years. Very active in Japan, investing in Japan. We also have a VC arm that is a part of our private equity, and we invest in Israeli startup. Here in Japan, we're very active in banking, so investment banking. We own loan companies, consumer loan, SME loans, and we're also very active in the high-end hospitality, like if you heard about Niseko ski resorts and the Kyoto Aman. With Israel, we've been promoting high-tech from Israel in Japan for the past 7 years. We established the Tau Ventures, so we helped to fund it. We are the largest
Tel Aviv University.
And we very closely work with the Israeli DARPA, with Mafat, and promoting what we call dual-use technologies to bring them to Japan.
Amazing. Now, are there any particular fields within the Israeli tech sector that you're particularly interested in?
The big difference between us, I would say, and other VCs is that we come in with a private equity mind. Usually in private equity, before you invest, you want to know how you exit, which is very difficult with VC because you're taking, obviously, the technology risk. What we are, the way we structure our fund is that we talk to our LPs, which are the Japanese conglomerates, and we get from them a cheat sheet, so to speak, and they tell us what they are interested in, exactly what they would like to have, and our job is to find the best of the pack in Israel and to identify it and invest. So we are led by our LPs, so it have to be a deep tech. It must be disruptive, but the fund here is very wide. So it depends on who we are talking with, and we got usually a lot of requests from different industry, from digital health to bioscience, medical, as well as cyber, etc.
And where do you think this rise in terms of Israeli and Japanese collaboration and a business relationship has come from within the last 10 years or so in particular?
So I remember the days when I arrived first in Japan and people asked me when I said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Israel." They said, "Where is it?" And I said, "It's kind of between Egypt and Lebanon." And they said, "No, we don't think so." But so right now, obviously, Israel is on the map and they recognize us. What we see as a potential here is a collaboration between the, let's call it out-of-the-box thinking of those young entrepreneurs, but the really established big companies here that know how to turn an idea or a POC or just a sample of things into a big marketing and successful story.
And you've been here for a while. You were here before kind of the trend in terms of collaborating with Japanese investment for Israeli companies. What was it that initially sparked your interest in Japan and the Japanese market?
Back in the 80s, when I was a kid, all what we wanted is made in Japan, from Sony, Sanyo, JVC, Panasonic. We hardly knew any German, I didn't know any Korean or Chinese brands. So Japan was at the pinnacle of innovation. Back about 8 years ago, I had an incident at home that I brought a new smartphone to my kids and I said, "I got new one, only one, you play a game and I'll see who wins it." And after they won it, they look at the phone and it was made on Sony. And they said, "Well, we don't want Sony." And it's kind of hit me. How come you don't want Sony? They say, "Oh, Sony is only PlayStation. We don't know Japanese brand." When it's come to smartphone, we want Apple, we want LG, we want Samsung. And it made me think, where is the innovation of Japan used to be and where is it right now? So obviously there is a gap, there is a reason for that. And instead of looking at the downside of it, I look at it as an opportunity, and we decided to invest more money and to see how we can bring and help them to be number one again. Because I really, truly believe that made in Japan is the best of the best.
So on that note, what do you think Israeli entrepreneurs and also investors have to learn from Japan?
Oh, everything in one word. We are good at creating zero from 0 to 1, which is nice. But from that to a product and to sell it on a global scale, we are not there, and there is no time for us to be even a player. So Japanese are, cars were not invented in Japan, but car industry here is leading the pack. F-35 is made in the US, but the Japanese can do it better the way they assemble it and they do things. So when it's come to crafting, when it's come to marketing, when it's come to improving, Japanese can look at things and honestly and seriously help the Israeli startups to thrive and to lead.
And do you see the Japanese market as being a viable alternative to European or Western markets at this point in time, especially with the global economic downturn?
Japan, in many ways, are isolated from this downturn. They have their own universe that they're playing it, and with that, I believe that Israelis have more opportunity to come here. I also believe not only startup, Israeli institutionals should allocate money here, and with this event that we just created today, is a future for many more to go, because the future is Japan.
I certainly hope so.
Yes.
So on that note, we're going to have to close the conversation. But
thank you so much.
Thank you, and enjoy the conference.
Same here. Thank you.
Thanks.